You are listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Jen, and this podcast is all about sharing our journey and inspiring you along the way. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because it is another solo episode. If you listened to last week, Megan my co-host recorded her podcast as a solo episode because we are currently getting into busy season, and it's going to be really hard for us to get together more often, and yeah, it's going to be a crazy ride. So I am currently driving to an event. I have today's podcast is going to be all about setting goals and achieving them as a small business. And today I am driving to a wedding that we have tomorrow. It's about an hour and a half away, so it's a little troop for me, but it is my first wedding that I am doing with both trailers. So if you don't know, I'm a mobile bar owner. I started my business during the pandemic and it absolutely took off, which was the most grateful thing that I've ever had. And I'm so honored and blessed that my business opportunity truly worked out. But I kept turning a lot of events away. And because we only had one trailer, we didn't really have the means for multiple events per day. And I just kind of thought that I was going to work this one trailer that I have, which is a horse trailer, and do a few events a month or a year and pay off some bills. And that quickly spiraled into an amazing opportunity where I did 55 events in my first few months in business. So my first event was May of 2021, and we're a seasonal business. So we kind of shut down into the winter months, and then we opened back up in the spring. So I saw what the potential of this business could be, and I really, really ran with it. So last year, we're in 2024, so June of 2023, we launched our second trailer. And I was really nervous. I didn't really know what to expect. I have an amazing team, so that I knew I had the confidence that they would be able to handle events when I'm not there. But as a business owner and as an entrepreneur and as, I don't really know how to explain myself, but I'm kind of the type of personality where I feel that I can do everything myself, and nobody can really do it the way that I can do it. So if you resonate with that, you're not alone. But I needed to have the confidence and the faith in my team. And I knew that they would be able to handle events when I wasn't there because I trained them. I was able to, they support me and they want to see, my business succeed. And, it's everything you could ever ask for as a business owner. So I took that confidence and I ran with it and built my second trailer. And we are running and rolling with it this season. Last season, I didn't really sell it as much as I, wanted to because I was a little nervous, with it being the first year. And we had some challenges with the build and it wasn't going to be ready on time. So I was really nervous. But this year we are rocking and rolling. So I am driving to a wedding that's about 250 guests, which is our largest wedding to date. And we are using both trailers. And this was a goal of mine when I built the second trailer. I really wanted to be able to do larger events. Our second trailer is larger, so it can fit 3 bartenders comfortably. So we can do larger events just with that one trailer. But my ultimate goal was to be able to do large events with both trailers. And it's happening. And I honestly didn't think it was going to happen this soon. So I need to kind of sit and really appreciate that I made this happen. The amazing bride that we have booked us last year. So I technically achieved my goal last year, but now we're executing it. And it's June of 2024. If you're listening to this later. And I'm just so honored that this business opportunity has become what it is. So I kind of want to talk about goals. So in business, my previous experiences with corporate, and I was in corporate hospitality. I worked for Hyatt Hotels. I absolutely loved what I did. And I had an amazing boss who really taught me how to exceed in the corporate hotel hospitality industry. And one of the things that we did was set goals each quarter. We would have monthly goals, which was basically our quota. And if you're not familiar with what a quota is, in sales, it's a number that you have to achieve each month in order to, meet your goal and make your numbers. So for example, some months I had a goal of $120,000. So I had to book $120,000 worth of business for the hotel that month. So if I didn't achieve that goal, there were things that happened, nothing bad, but you want to always, make your goals. So we would have that monthly goal, but then we would have a quarterly goal, of what we were doing for the quarter and what we were working on and who we were reaching out to. And we called it prospecting, which means you're reaching out to future business opportunities. So she really taught me the core values of setting goals and why they're important for your business. And I learned in entrepreneurship, it's not only important to set business goals, but it's also really important to set personal goals. So some of the personal goals that I've had is to be able to spend more quality time with my family. And I have two little ones. I have a boy and a girl. They are 4 and 5 right now. And it's just been a crazy, wild journey, which has been so amazing. But I didn't used to be able to spend as much time with them because I was commuting to a job that was, I loved it, but it was an hour and a half some days each way just to get to my office, which is crazy. So I am so blessed that this business has truly allowed me to spend more quality time with my family, and just be more present when I need to. That was a goal, is to try to be more present with my kids. I've very quickly learned that they grow up very fast, and I've always been told that, but now being in the actual scene of seeing them growing. My son is graduating kindergarten this month and my daughter's starting next year, and it just goes so fast. So I'm really trying to soak in, all of this. And, another goal was to be able to work the hours that I want to work. I always thought the 9 to 5 was what you were supposed to do, and there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. And I think most of our listeners are not 9 to 5s, but I really wanted the opportunity to have a flexible schedule. I wanted to be able to be the room mom for my kids, and I wanted to be able to, go on their field trips when they have them, or pick them up from school when I need to, and not have to worry about taking time off. And, with that being said, as a business owner, you do work a lot more hours, but it's a different type of work. It's a work that you truly enjoy. If you're in an industry where you created this amazing business, you don't feel like you're working anymore. You feel like you're actually just enjoying what you're doing, and it comes naturally, and it doesn't feel like, I have to get up and I have to get to my computer and I have to work. It feels, I try to train my brain to say things like, I get to wake up this morning, and I get to go to my computer, and I get to go do my job. So I think it's like changing your mindset was also a goal of mine. I did a lot of work during the pandemic of really inner work of mindset and, talking kinder to yourself, and really just being, I wouldn't say more spiritual, because I'm not really a spiritual person, but more like listening to your inner body and really trying to understand what it's trying to tell you. So for example, I was sick a few weeks ago. And, all I wanted to do was work my business. I was getting into the busy season. I was finally over this hump of my slow season where I was going into a deep, dark depression because I was so bored. So I was so excited to get in busy season. And then I got the flu, and it was really hard for me I physically could not work, and mentally I could not work either, but it was really hard for me to not be at my computer at least a few times a day. But I needed to understand what my body was telling me, and my body was like, you need to rest right now so that you can be capable of working when you feel better. But that's really hard, and it's hard for us when we get into that burnout season of go, and I'm not going to stop, and your body starts to you start to get more headaches and often, or you start to get stomach aches, and you start to get allergies more if you're not prone to allergies, and it's just, those are really ways that your body is telling you, hey, you need to calm down, you need to reset, either go for a walk and take your mind off your business for a little bit, or book a vacation, drive somewhere with your family or by yourself, or go out for lunch by yourself, and just do things where you can really reset your mind. Other goals that I have made in my business was, one goal that I first started was to make six figures in my business. And that wasn't a goal when I first started my business. That was a goal probably 6 months in, when I saw what was happening with my business. And I made that a goal because I just couldn't believe that I was even close to those numbers. I worked a corporate job and I made like around the same, but that was before, all the taxes, all the other things. And that was only when I was also making bonuses. So, and I was working so many more hours. And actually, I don't even think I was making six figures. Let me rephrase that. I was not making six figures in my corporate job. So for me to come into this opportunity of enjoying what I do, running an amazing business, and then being able to make a significant amount of financial, contribution to my family was just so amazing. So I hit that goal within my first year, which I was so honored to do. And it really, truly made me realize like what this business could do for me. And it also opened other opportunities. Another goal that I started was coaching for other mobile bars, because I truly hired an amazing coach when I first started. Shout out to Tasha. She was amazing, and she truly understood what the mobile bar industry was and how to help you get to where you need to get. She had a playbook that she shared with all of her coaching clients that was really, start to finish, how to start your mobile bar. And I was at a place where, I knew how to bartend. I knew how to be social with clients and guests at events, but I didn't really know how to run a business. And I think that's kind of where we all start with entrepreneurship. You have this amazing idea, you know that you can make it happen, but the logistics behind it are like, I'll figure it out. And we do figure it out, because that's how we were, how we were made to create in this business. And I think just as an entrepreneur, that's the mindset you have to have. Like, I will figure it out. But I didn't want to just wing it. I really wanted to have a sense of, okay, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I feel more confident, because you have to have the confidence being an entrepreneur as well, because there's so many rocky, it's such a rocky road, and there's so many pivots that you have to take and curveballs that you have to deal with. And, it's just an industry that is not for the weak. I say that all the time, but it truly is not meant for everyone. So if you can make it as an entrepreneur, you are doing something right in life, because you are a go-getter, you are a hard worker, and you have a mindset of, I'm going to make this shit happen. So once I had the goal of coaching other mobile bars, because I was so honored to have such an amazing coach, and I truly felt that I wanted to help other people, I started just doing one-on-one coaching. So what that means is you book an hour consultation call with me, and I really show you the ins and outs of, how to start a mobile bar. And, obviously you can't explain everything in 1 hour. So some clients would book multiple calls with me. I did a few clients where we did almost like a coaching program where it was a little bit longer than 1 hour, but I was also still running my business. So I had to understand that I can't, do everything, which again, I think I can, but I truly enjoyed the one-on-one hourly calls. I do still do them. So if you're a mobile bar listening, I do them more in my off season. I don't do them all year. But they are truly something that fills my cup, and it inspires me, because if I can help one person take off in this amazing industry, it truly makes me feel better. So that was another goal. And I again, truly enjoy doing that. And now I have a new goal of, I started social media management, and this is something that I built an amazing Instagram for my business, and I saw what Instagram did for my business, and I saw the leads that I got from it, and the not even just booking business, but building relationships through social media has been such a huge opportunity for me in my business. And that's just literally meeting strangers on the internet, which is so funny because we always joke like, don't meet strangers, but I literally met all of my strangers on the internet, and they have become some of my favorite vendor friends. And, we finally meet in person, and, you feel like you've just known them forever because you're also following their journey on social media. And I've had so many clients who have said to me, I've been following your journey since the beginning, and I couldn't wait to book you for an event that made sense for, what we were doing. And that just makes me so happy. I'm actually working with a wedding planner this weekend at my wedding, and we had a pre-event call, and she was like, "Oh, I've been following you from the beginning. I'm so excited to work with you." And I don't think she understood how much that meant to me, because it's hard to be present on social media, and it's hard to share your journey and your behind the scenes and the ups and downs, and not just looking perfect on social media, because life is not perfect. Business is sure as hell not perfect. So if you can show other people that you're human, you run a great business, you have fun doing it, I think that's really inspiring to other people. So why I started social media management was I truly enjoy social media. I primarily am going to focus on Instagram, because I do feel that that is the premise of where I've made so many connections and built such a great opportunity. But who knows down the road if I'll tap into other platforms. But I truly feel right now Instagram is the key to getting potential business and things like that. So another goal that I had, I guess this started when I built my first trailer, was to set up a team of amazing bartenders where I don't have to work the events anymore. When I started this business, that was always a goal of mine. My kids are eventually going to, grow up, obviously, and they're going to be older, and they're going to play sports on the weekends, and they're going to have birthday parties and places that they need to go. And I do want to be present for those opportunity, those specific things that they're going to do. And I don't want, them to be in school all day and then me to work on the weekends and not be able to have time with them, because the whole point of me starting this business was to be able to be present. So I really need to ensure that I'm setting up the opportunity for me to really have a strong core team, and to really have the faith and confidence that they can handle things when I'm not around. And I do. Right now with my team, we have 5 amazing bartenders. We're actually all working tomorrow, which I'm so excited. We're going to have the full squad. So I'm also excited to get a lot of content. If you know me, I am a huge content, hence the reason that I love social media so much. But I'm really excited to see all of them in action, because I need to continue to remind myself that I truly built this amazing little empire. And I love one of the videos on social media where it's like, how's that little small business going, or little business? And I need to remind myself that I built a big business. Maybe I'm not this huge corporation yet, but I built an amazing structure for people to enjoy bartending at events. And I just love that. So my goal this year is to continue to truly build an amazing team, maybe onboard some more bartenders, because I'll talk about another goal in a minute, but maybe, onboard some new bartenders so that I have more on-call staff for when I do multiple events per day, which is happening this year, which is so exciting. But, truly be able to set my business up for next year to be able to step away and to really just focus on, as my coach would say, shout out to Sarah, put my CEO crown on and truly just put on, the leadership hat and have the confidence in my team that I built. So if you are currently going through that, I feel you. It is not easy at all. It's actually really, really hard to set yourself out of actually doing like the, I'm going to use it as like the on-site work if you're a service-based business. And it's really hard to remove yourself from, and I truly let me also preference, I truly get joy in bartending still. I truly get joy in seeing a customer enjoy a cocktail that we created. And I truly enjoy when someone comes up to our mobile bar horse trailers and they're like, "Oh my God, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen." And I'm like, I know, but to hear it from someone else is just like reminding you of that satisfaction that you really built this amazing mobile bar opportunity for people to, have an experience and have a story to tell, at their events and guests coming up, and not just, not to knock the traditional bar, but, at an event, it used to be a folding table with black linen and, an ugly setup, let's call that what it is, of just scattered bottles of alcohol on a table and, a cooler behind them and, I'm sure really cool bartenders, but that's not the experience you get when you hire a mobile bar. When you hire a mobile bar, we are just crafting the cocktails for you. We are just focusing on the bar. So it is, all we're working on for the duration of the event. There's no side, there's nothing for us to get distracted with. That is our main focus. So most of our clients hire a mobile bar because they truly want, good cocktails, a beautiful presentation, for people to talk about the bar, and all of that. So my goal for next year is to truly take myself out of the equation, let the girls, work more events and make more money and be able to do something that they also enjoy. And I can't wait to see them shine. So another thing that I'm working on for next year, and I want to, I'm explaining all of these goals and visions so that you can relate it in a way to your business. Because, if you're not a mobile bar listening in, maybe you do something different and you're at a phase where you're like, I did what I needed to do. And I'm kind of at a point where I don't know what's next. And I don't know kind of like where I see myself going from here. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I had an amazing call with my business coach. Shout out to Mobile Bev Pros. And we had a call. We do weekly calls, Zoom calls, but we also do monthly calls where you're really like diving into your specific business with the rest of the people who are who are in the program. And she kind of got out of me that maybe I'm in a season where I'm outgrowing working the mobile bars. And I'm not saying Vintage Horse is going anywhere, because it's not. But I think I'm just personally in a season where I'm like, okay, I built one trailer. What's next? I built a satellite bar, which is a portable bar that we can do indoor events with. Okay, what's next? I built a second trailer. Okay, what's next? I built 2 more satellite bars so that we could do other events that are not with just the trailers. And now I'm like, okay, what's next? So I think I'm at a phase in my business where I need to set myself up for my team to be able to run the trailers. I can almost hire someone to pick up and drop off the trailers in the long term. That's another vision of mine, where I can focus on doing what's next for me. And I truly think that I'm at a point where I see something bigger for myself, and not that the mobile bar industry is not big, because it actually is now becoming such a big market that it's getting a little overly saturated in my area, at least. Shout out to my Connecticut mobile bars. Love all of you. But I just truly feel that I want to do something more. And I don't know if that's doing more coaching and helping more people, or if the social media side is going to take off. And I'm really excited for that journey. But I feel like there's a little bit more for me. So if you're in that kind of like phase in your business where you're like, okay, what's next? I truly, truly think that is normal. And I think that is just an amazing opportunity for you to be able to grow in yourself and mentally, and, just like listening to, all the voices in your head that are like, you're made for more, because you are made for more. We're all made for more. And if we get the limiting beliefs out of our head and we truly say, I know that I'm made for more, and I know that there's more that I'm going to bring into this world, I think that it's just going to set you up to be able to do great and magical things. And then the last thing that I want to leave you guys with, because this is kind of a shorter episode since my amazing co-host Meg is not with me today, but I'm so grateful that we're able to shoot your shot podcast by ourselves, when we need to, because we really did not want to fall off with this podcast. We truly enjoy what we do. We enjoy being able to share our experiences and our personal, visions as entrepreneurs with other entrepreneurs. So I'm glad that technology has allowed us to be able to, pivot and do things in other ways. But the last thing that I want to kind of explain to you is setting a goal of mindset. I went to my first retreat this year. Shout out to Alexis with Manifestation, Manifest by Alexis. I did her cozy winter retreat, and I truly did not know what to expect out of that retreat. So it was based on business. It was business manifestation, but also, going over your business goals and going over, where you see your business in the future and things like that. But so I knew it was going to be amazing. And I truly love Alexis. She is just a rock star and is so passionate in what she does. But I didn't know what to expect. I had never been to one. I was leaving my kids for a long weekend, which I hadn't done ever before. And we went this past January. So January of 2024. No, was it oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Yes, it was January of this year. And I truly walked out of that retreat with a new mindset. And we did a lot of inner work. We did a lot of writing down notes and, really just like talking. There was, I think, six other girls who were all business owners. So being in a room or a house, because we were in this beautiful house for 3 nights, and just being in a home intimately with other business owners, I highly, highly recommend. I just walked out of that weekend with a new experience on life and a new experience looking back into my business, and just like knowing that I was made for more, and knowing that, there's no limit to entrepreneurship. You can literally do anything that you set your mind to, and you could do anything that your heart desires. And it is okay to pivot in your business. And that's honestly what you should do. If you feel that you've capped where you need to be, you need to change your mindset and know that it's okay to do something new, or it's okay to pivot and change, and it's okay to, try something new. And I think that's where I'm going with the social media side of it is, maybe this doesn't work, it's not going to work out. Maybe I actually hate doing social media for someone else and I only enjoy doing it for myself. I don't know where it's going to go, but I know that if I don't try it, I'm going to have regret of being like, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Maybe I should have done social media, because I do enjoy it. So we're going to try it out. But I truly believe that you have to change your mindset. And, whether this is you listening to motivational podcasts, which is something that I listen to every single day. It's literally called Motivation is the one I listen to. And it's all about just other amazing entrepreneurs sharing, their what's the word I'm looking for? Like their energy, I guess, because it's just like motivational speeches from like the top entrepreneurs in the world. And also like the top, like Kobe Bryant is on it, and Michael Jordan. There's amazing people who have built empires for themselves, and it's just hearing their stories and them motivating you to be like, you can do this, you got this. So if you're like you need someone yelling in your ear, because I know not everyone is like that. I know Megan is not like that. And a lot of my entrepreneur friends are not, but I need someone being like, you got this, you can do this, you can do whatever you set your mind to. And that's what like motivates me daily. But if it's, listening to just entrepreneurship podcasts, or if it's meditating and just being by yourself for a little bit and just like allowing, your thoughts not to happen for a few seconds or a few minutes. I don't even know if I could do it for a few minutes. I tried meditating, and I know that it takes work. It's like anything else, and it's a practice that you have to start and really like work at. But I just can't shut my brain off. It does not want to ever shut off. But I truly feel that if you could set a goal for this year, for the next 6 months, for the next month, just try to work on your mindset and try to, take the negative thoughts out of your head, put them somewhere else, follow someone, really cool on Instagram, follow Alexis, she's awesome, follow Mobile Bev Pros if you are a mobile bar owner, or just a business owner. She really shares a lot of different things. But I truly believe that if you can change your mindset, you will change your entire business. So those are my thoughts for the day. Like we mentioned, this is a little bit of a shorter episode. I probably could talk for an hour by myself, but I'm going to save that for another episode that I have to do solo, because Meg and I are into our amazing busy seasons, and I'm just so honored that you guys are listening, that you're here, that you're with us, and I hope you tune in to our future podcast together. Cheers.